Welcome to Inside Lake Forest. I'm Eileen Luby, your host, and today we will be visiting with Therese Crowe Design. Therese Crowe, owner, is a resident of Lake Forest who's had her store here in town for over 3 years, but has been a longtime gemologist and jewelry designer. Let's step inside. Hi, Terry. Good morning.
Hi, Eileen.
Thanks so much for having us here today.
Well, welcome.
Well, let's talk a little bit, Terry, the owner of Therese Crowe Design, about your history in the business and being a gemologist.
I've been in the business for a really long time, since high school. Matter of fact, I grew up here in Lake Forest, and I sold beads to the head shop on Western.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think that's what started my business, was making beads. And then I actually worked in Chicago in high school. We moved to Chicago from Lake Forest and worked in a very fine jewelry store on Oak Street in high school.
Okay.
Then I went to the Art Institute. Then I went to trade school. And then I decided to become a gemologist. And then I ended up apprenticing. And also then I worked for a fine jewelry store on Michigan Avenue for about 8 years.
Okay.
And then decided to go on my own.
Terry, let's take a look at some of your beautiful pieces here.
Okay, well, I'll start with a signature piece of mine that I've been making for 25 years. It's what I call my quadrifoil, and it's a motif that I repeat in many different ways. This happens to be a pair of earrings, 18 karat yellow gold with moonstones.
Beautiful.
And then, as I said, I repeat the motif. Here it is in a bracelet, 18 karat yellow gold and diamonds.
Beautiful.
And then there's other pieces that are also signature pieces. This is another piece that I make. This is the mini version. It's an 18 karat yellow gold and diamond bracelet. I also make this piece in it's about 3 or 4 times the size of this, so it's a more impactful piece. So.
And Terry, your office hours are by appointment typically for your customers, so they can either call you to make an appointment, stop in if they have some questions or want to see your inventory on hand.
Right. I'm by appointment because I like working directly with the customer, and so that works for me and for the customer too, because then they get my undivided attention when we're working on creating something.
So a very service-oriented company.
Absolutely, yes.
That's really important, I think, for our residents to know, is that not only are you a Lake Forest resident, but you also have a business here and are welcoming all individuals, not only from our community, but from abroad as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I've got customers from everywhere.
Terry, you were telling me a story a little bit about we're moving in here in terms of decorating and for the safety of pieces.
Right, appointing the safe was a little bit of a trick because this being an old building, there was a huge concern that this safe weighs tons, and we were worried that it would actually fall through the wood floor. So we had to make a steel plate, and so it would displace the weight of the safe. And so the safe would not fall through the floor and the ceiling of the basement. My style is classically different. Again, my things aren't manufactured, so I like my things to be distinctly different. And I work with each customer and coordinate the pieces to their complexion, their hair, their eyes. So it's wearable all the time, day in, day out. It always looks good.
And in terms of price ranges, if a customer has a sort of budget, is there any help that you can give them if they're thinking about designing a piece?
I pretty much work in any budget. I can do a sterling silver piece that's very affordable, and then they're on up. The sky's the limit, but I work in all price ranges and always have.
And how do you get your stones and your materials? Is there any secret to your purchasing?
Well, that's a good question. There's a trade show that I go to every February in Tucson, Arizona, and that's where I do most of my gemstone buying. And stone dealers from all over the world go to this destination to sell their goods. And there's people from places you've never even heard of that are there. So, and it's whatever you want is there. So that's where I do primarily all my stone buying.
Terry, you also have another signature design with your earrings. Can you tell me a little bit about that and show me how that works?
Sure. What I have are earring tops and earring drops. And so I'll demonstrate here. I have a diamond starfish that you can wear as a stud earring, and it looks pretty as is. But if you'd like, you can actually pick a gemstone of your choice that you like, and you can feed it onto the earring. And then you have a diamond starfish with a
Beautiful.
citrine briolet, and it dresses the earring up. And I've got a multitude of colors in these drops that people color code to what looks best on them, their hair,
For
their
a formal
eyes.
occasion to match a dress.
Yep.
or-
Absolutely.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
So if someone has an antique stone and they maybe from a great grandmother, are they able to bring something like that into you and then you can design?
I
a
do
piece
that all
around
the
that?
time.
Okay.
All the time.
That's
I
fantastic.
Update jewelry.
Especially with residents in our community, which tend to have a long history and large families, that's nice to know that they can bring in an old engagement ring or a stone they got at a fundraiser auction. They can bring it into you and have it designed into a piece
That
that's
is my forte.
affordable. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, thank you so much for
Thanks,
having us
Eileen.
today.
Thanks
It's
for
been
coming
great.
by.
Thank you for watching Inside Lake Forest. Terry Crowe Design is here and welcome by appointment. Terry's got a website as well, www.theresecrowe.com.